What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a NECA Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason Voorhees figure. So we'll start by getting a closer look at packaging. So we have Jason here on the front, coming out of the water, grabbing his next victim. Friday the 13th Part 2 on the bottom. The body count continues on the top. And we just have Jason with his bed sheet over his face, or whatever it is. And Friday the 13th Part 2, basically the same thing on this side as well. Friday the 13th on top, and on the bottom we just have our barcodes and all that good stuff. So on the back we have a couple images of the figure itself. Friday the 13th Part 2, and a quick little write-up that says Mrs. Voorhees is dead and Camp Crystal Lake is shut down. But a camp next to the infamous place is stopped by an unknown assailant. Wow, wonder who that was. And we see Mrs. Voorhees down bottom here. Man, these necklaces are awesome. Very excited to finally have a few of these. Actually, this is my son's. My son is very, very into and obsessed with horror figures. So he's got a ton of these lately. And perks of my son buying toys is that I get to review them. So on the inside here, we have a picture of Jason. Tons of cool accessories with this one. We have a campfire, pitchfork, machete. We have a pickaxe. Jason's mom's head, Mrs. Voorhees' head. We have a chef's knife. Up top here we have the unmasked or uncovered head for Jason, which is pretty cool. I really like this one. Looks awesome in the box so far, and I can't wait to get this one out to get a closer look at it. So that pretty much wraps up packaging, guys. We have a little bit of damage on the top here of this one, but nothing major. I usually hang on to the boxes for my NECA figures anyways. So that being said, we'll be right back with Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason outside of the package to get a closer look. Alright, everybody, we are back, and we have Jason from Friday the 13th Part 2 outside of the package. So for accessories, we have this pretty cool fireplace. We see tons of detail on this, man. It actually looks like real rocks. Their ability to make something so realistic is fantastic. That's why all of us collectors actually really love NECA. This is absolutely fantastic, and it comes with a little fire accessory or fire effect as well, which just kind of just pops on top like so. Very afraid to break this, because this is a NECA after all, and these break extremely easy. There we go. So it just kind of ports on like so. It only fits on one way, but you can tell by the shape of the fire which way this actually goes. So there we go. And then we have the unmasked version of Jason, which is pretty gnarly, man. It's pretty cool looking. Awesome detail to this one. Awesome sculpt. Awesome paint. I love it. We have all the scarring and all that stuff there. And his deformed face, his eye, and all that looks fantastic. And then we have Mrs. Voorhees, the head of Jason's mom, which is pretty nuts, man. This looks fantastic as well. It was all decayed and stuff like that, and you see tons of detail in the hair, and even on the bottom here we see that her head was severed, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. And we have this pickaxe, which is kind of cool, and I don't think he was using this one to mine for diamonds. We have a big old blood stain on it here. Looks fantastic. Then we have his trademark machete. Obviously, we can't have Jason Voorhees without his machete. That looks fantastic as well. NECA does a fantastic job on all this stuff. Then we have a chef's knife, butcher's knife, whatever you want to call it. Fantastic. Paint application, all that stuff. On this one, you can see just a lighter color gray here. Looks like the knife was like recently sharpened and stuff, and even the fine detail going down through the handle there is fantastic. And we have the little rivets keeping the knife together. And we have a pitchfork, which is pretty awesome as well. The way that it's painted kind of looks rusty, and yeah, just fantastic. Weathered. We have some gray dry brushing on there as well. Word of the day is fantastic. Apparently, I say that a lot. And then we have this kind of spear, which is pretty cool as well. This one now is on the plain side. Obviously, it's not a whole lot of detail you can actually put into this one anyways, but yeah. For what it is, it's a pretty cool looking accessory. So then we get down to Jason. We have the dirty, almost like a pillowcase or bed sheet or whatever the case may be, and a little string going around here to keep it on his head, which is very cool. His shirt and all that stuff is painted fantastic as well. Really love the paint on this one. All the lines and all the stripes are done very, very well. You see the cool detail in his coveralls. His boots are sculpted, pretty awesome. Cool detail in the pants. We see all the dirt and weathering and all that stuff over the pants as well. See some dirt and all that stuff on the bottom of his coveralls. Looks great. So guys, we had a closer look. Let's go over articulation. So obviously this is a hard piece of plastic, so you're not going to get a whole lot of articulation out of his head anyways. But it does, we go back and forth, it goes all the way around if you really, really want to. I would advise not to spin it all the way around because this is a very, very soft piece of plastic here for the coveralls. And it kind of moves around. It does feel like it would break very, very easily. For the sake of turning his head all the way around, I really, really wouldn't chance it. For his shoulder goes up this far. There's a rotation there. It does go all the way around as well. We have single jointed elbows, which goes to almost a full 90 degrees. And for his wrist goes back forward all the way around. It's on a little ball joint here, so that kind of spins all the way around. So for his legs come out to almost a complete split, which is pretty cool. His leg goes forward this far, back this far, so pretty decent range of motion here. And he does have single joint knees, which you get almost 90 degrees out of that as well. And there's a little swivel here, and not sure if I mentioned it with the elbow, there's a little swivel in the elbow as well. And for his feet go back this far, forward this far, and it does spin all the way around if you really, really want it. There is a full rotation at the waist too, but obviously you're not going to want to get it because you're going to break the straps off his coveralls there. So a pretty cool looking action figure in my personal opinion. Really, really cool. Blood stains all over his hands too. Just looks dirty and bloody and scary. Not sure if I mentioned too, we can see the detail in his eyes showing true sheet there. So yeah, fantastic, man. Neca did a great job on this. I love it. So as for the extra head, if you want to take that off, that just kind of pops off nice and easy. And you can just pop that on like so. Kind of just pops down and looks very, very cool. I like it. I do like the sheet better though, so we'll switch that sheet back over. Alright guys, so if you want to pop some accessories in, these kind of go in pretty easily. So we can put the spear in like so. So it looks like with the spear. Kind of cool. Spear doesn't really do it for me though. I'm more of a machete type guy. And let's get that into his hand. Now like I said guys, I'm going to warn you again. Heat these up. So we have a machete in this hand like so. Just pretty cool. I think it looks great. And then if you want to put a knife in this hand. Machete in one hand, knife in the other hand. Really mix it up. There we go. And we want to take that machete out and kind of pop. I really, really like the... Maybe it's because I'm a big fan of Minecraft, but I really, really like the pickaxe, man. I think that looks fantastic. You can kind of put it in both hands as well if you really, really want to. Gonna come down with the pickaxe. Let's see if we can get it. Down a little bit. There we go. Ready to strike down his enemies, we'll say, with a pickaxe. But yeah, I'm sure you guys can get these in a lot better poses than I can. But for the sake of a review, there you guys have it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. Pretty cool looking Jason figure. I really, really like this version of Jason. I think Neca did a fantastic job. Tons of accessories. Very, very detailed. Awesome paint application. Obviously, articulation is limited a bit, but everything else just kind of makes up for it, man. So that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review for the Neca Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason Voorhees. If I had to rate this guy out of 10, I would give this guy a 9.5. The only thing that's really lacking on this one is limited articulation and very, very tight joints. So heat these guys up, soak them in some hot water, heat them up with a hairdryer. Whatever articulation is lacking, it makes up for in detail and very, very cool accessories. Man, even the accessories, everything is so detailed. It looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. Hopefully the camera does this figure justice. Let me know in the comments below what you think of our score of 9.5 out of 10. Let us know what you think of our review. And what do you guys think of this Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason Voorhees? Do you guys like this version? Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite version of Jason, and what is your favorite Friday the 13th film? If you liked the review, don't forget, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. If you guys want to support the channel, we have a channel membership, we have a Patreon, we have a merch store. So all that is linked in the description below. And as always, my friends, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.